Well, what is going on, YouTube? Hey, it is lovely to have you guys back. I have something really cool on the table. Well, I mean, I do, but this isn't what we're talking about. What this is this is the full tie Old Guard from the folks at Monterey Bay Knives. I love this thing. I really do. I've put a really lovely clip on it, as you can see. This thing is one of my all-time favorite knives. Its design is simple and yet elegant. I've had this for, oh man, a couple of years now. Yeah, a couple of years now. I have a new one that I'll be sharing with you in a week or so. Keep your eyes open for that. One of the issues we have in the knife community and the world in general is that I, spent about $260 on this. Some people can't do that. And that means that there are knife companies like Monterey Bay Knives that have been sort of out of reach for a lot of knife enthusiasts. Well, we were in Carmel, up at Carmel Cutlery, which is sort of Monterey Bay Knives' home base, sort of. And they shared something with me, and I brought one home. This is an Old Guard budget style. It's got a swedged drop point blade, as opposed to the sort of drop point this way. This is more their sort of min pin or pincher style blade, but it's beautiful. Handle shape is exactly the same. Of course, there are some differences. This is high-end steel, titanium, all that stuff, right? This is 14C28N. It's running on bearings. It has steel milled outliners. It's got a wire clip, which I really like on knives like this. It has all of the same, just sort of neutral excellence that the other Old Guards have. These are dropping shortly. I know they're on the boat. So they'll be coming soon. There's some information on these on Monterey Bay Knives website, which I will put a link to down in the description. These are going to be $60. I'm going to say that again. These are going to be $60. These are $260. These are $60. And if you like the aesthetic here, if you like the sort of simpleness and elegance of this design, look at this thing. Now, I got the white one. They're going to come in 2 or 3 colors. I got the white one because I'm feeling like I'm going to dye this, and I'm not really sure what color I'm going to do that yet. I really like the white G10. I just know with me it's not going to stay white. So I'm thinking I may dye it like a really deep red at first, and then, of course, when I get tired of that, just dye it out black, but that's down the road. It's got the same basic pivot design, right? They're different, but they have the same aesthetic. It's got the same screw pattern. It's got the same size backspacer, though, of course, on this one it's G10. Same blade thickness, yeah. Yep, same everything, just a lot less money. And I think that is so cool. They also have I think a min pin, or they've got a smaller one that's coming too. They found the right combination of things to make a budget-friendly version of their knives. They waited until, obviously, there was some draw and call for it. And then here we are. And this makes me super happy because I know lots of people who would love to have one of these or, something like that. And you don't have nearly $300. I don't blame you. That's a lot of money. But now, look at the size of this thing. Let's do the specs. You get 3.5 inches of cutting on just a little under 3.5 inches of cutting on 3.5 inches of 14C28N. The grip area on this knife is fantastic. It is the full length of the handle, so it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and an eighth. I mean, look at that. And you guys know I got decent sized hands. This is a big knife. From tip to tail, we are coming in at just a hair over 8 inches. However, closed length is 4 and a little over 4.5, coming up on 4 3/4. It's going to chew up 1 1/4 inches in your pocket, so it's not really big. Thumb studs are placed, as they are on all the Old Guard knives, perfectly. If you can thumb stud, that is. Some people can't. That's okay. I love this thing. I mean, we were there at the shop looking at some of their prototypes that are coming, and the high-end stuff, and we spent some time with their sea otters and other things. And yet this thing came out of the box, and I was just ridiculously excited, because this will happily allow a much larger audience to participate in the fantastic design aesthetic that comes from Ray Laconico, that Sanford, all these guys are working together to bring fantastic knives to the table, and now it's in an affordable package. And dude, that is stellar. All right, so we'll do the size comparisons with, of course, its high-end brother here. As you can see, they are exactly the same. Let's do it against a Para 3. As you can see, it is considerably bigger than a Para 3. And the PM2. If we line it up, the PM2 is, of course, a little longer on the handle end, but you get a lot less cutting area. It's one of the reasons I love the Old Guard design, is you get a ton of useful handle and a lot of cutting area. Now, their 14C, I got to tell you, Monterey Bay Knives is really picky about where they get their work done. And so I have absolute faith that this stuff is going to hold an edge beautifully. It's really sharp from the factory. It's going to hold an edge beautifully. It is an internal line of lock, as you can see. This one's locked up pretty shallow, actually, right? Lots of life in that, but it's locked up tight, and no wiggle, no rock. I haven't tightened this, adjusted it. It came out of the box. Yeah, centered. I mean, $60. That makes me super happy, and I think it's going to make you happy too. I will put a link to Monterey Bay Knives website in the description. Keep track of the presence of these and when they're going to be available there. If you have any questions about this or any of my knives, feel free to ask down in the comments below. Oh, shit. I got to weigh it. Before you go, let's see what they weigh. Now, the full tie comes in at 3.7 ounces. The G10 and 14C version comes in just 1/10 of an ounce heavier, 3.8 ounces. So they even have an identical pocket feel, which, by the way, that is a nifty magic trick. That's cool, man. That's cool. Okay, that's it. Thank you for your time today. I hope you've enjoyed this look at the new Old Guard in a more budget-friendly embodiment. I know I am really excited about these because in the years that I have been friends with and following Monterey Bay, a lot of people have told me repeatedly that they would love to get in on the designs and what they sell. They just can't afford it, which is real, and I totally understand. But now you can. Anyway, thank you so much for your time today. I hope you guys are having a great week. We'll see you next time.